Hi there, I'm Noelle Randall. I know you've been wondering, what is an Airbnb and how does it work? So I'm going to be sharing with you what an Airbnb is and exactly how it works and how it can work for you. Welcome back. I'm Noelle Randall, real estate entrepreneur, mentor, and mom of 5. And I'm going to be talking to you today about what an Airbnb is and how it works for you, giving you some great ideas, tips, and secrets on how you can make this work for you as an entrepreneur and all of the steps that you need to get started. So let's dive in. On today's episode, I'm going to be telling you what the platform is, this Airbnb thing, this platform that we use. Number 2, I'm going to be talking to you about the opportunities that are there on this platform and how you can leverage the platform for yourself. We're going to talk about, is this easy or is it difficult? If you need training for it, I'm going to give you some information about that and some tips and some secrets. And then we're going to talk about, is this good for you or if it's not good for you? We're going to go into that and dive into that. So let's talk about the Airbnb platform. If you're not familiar, Airbnb is a website that you can go to. It's what we call a home sharing platform. It is where people list their own properties and regular guests, regular people like you and I, can book someone's home. You can book the entire home or you can book just a room in their home. You can even just book an area of the property. But in this case, we're really going to be talking mostly about the entire house because that is actually how you make the most money on Airbnb, and I'm going to give you some great tips and great ideas on how to do that. So let's dive into what the platform is, Airbnb. There's a link below. If you have not joined Airbnb, I encourage you to join. There are millions of users on this platform each day. We have both people listing properties, listing their own properties, and then we also have people booking properties. Those are guests that want to rent a room or that want to rent an entire house. And in fact, we're in one of my friends' Airbnbs now, and we're gonna have some great footage that I'll be able to show you. So what you do with Airbnb, again, you can list a property or you can book a property. And this is the #1 platform for home sharing. There are millions of people each year making millions of dollars on this platform. So if you do not know what Airbnb is, now you know. So the #2 thing that you really need to know about Airbnb is that there are millions of people joining the platform and booking properties every single day. It is one of the fastest growing websites on the internet, okay? So the opportunity is so big for entrepreneurs because we have so many guests looking for properties, rent an entire house, they're vacationing together, families are bigger and they don't want to be in a hotel. Couples are vacationing together and families, grandparents with the grandkids. People are vacationing so differently now. And so there is so much opportunity in the vacation space, in the corporate rental space, professionals, millennials moving and doing projects in different places and not needing permanent residency. So the Airbnb platform and the amount of guests booking each day is exploding. And so this demand from those people booking is creating the best opportunity for entrepreneurs that can get properties and list them and start making some really good money. Number 3, Airbnb is creating an pretty easy way for people to get started investing in real estate. That is so important. This is really and truly real estate investing at its best. You can list properties on Airbnb for free, okay? They do not charge you money to list properties on Airbnb. They actually take their cut when someone books your property, pays for your property, they take their cut and they give you your money. So when I tell you if this is easy or hard, to get started, it's pretty easy. Now, there are a few things that you'll need to do that will require some training, like getting the property ready, getting the property equipped, getting it furnished, your signs, things like that I'm definitely going to teach you on this channel. But at the same time, there are a few things that are a little bit more difficult. But the easy part is getting properties listed. Airbnb makes it very easy for you. It takes probably about 5 minutes total to do it. And like I said, it is absolutely free for the person listing the property. So, and I'm gonna even give you one more bonus one about listing the property, but just know that it actually is pretty easy to list your properties on Airbnb and that you can do it pretty easily, okay? So let's talk about that for 1 second. How do you list your property and how will you go about doing that? So in the first tip I told you, you are gonna go ahead and you're gonna create your account on Airbnb. Again, completely free. I want you to do that. I put a link below. The second thing you want to do is start browsing through the website, start learning the website, looking at other people's listings, looking at what's available in your area, for example, and start to familiarize yourself with this awesome platform because, again, you don't have to miss out on this. You can actually make money with this. So get online, get on Airbnb, start learning the platform, and get you an account for free. So now we need to talk about, is this a good idea for you or is this not a good idea for you? Well, it all depends. I think in most people's cases, this is a very good idea, but not for everyone. So let's talk about if it's a good idea for you or if it's not a good idea for you. So let's talk about this. Have you been interested in real estate investing? Have you been interested in having property that makes you money on a kind of passive type of way? You know, some people want money coming in that they don't necessarily have to work for. It's not an income. And with Airbnb, it is kind of passive, okay? This is a rental property, so you get the income coming in when people book your properties, but it's not completely passive because you do have to usually deal with guests in some way. Now, I'll talk to you about how to outsource some of that, how to make it easier on yourself, but let's just talk about if this is for you. If you want passive income, if you want money coming in that you don't have to go to work to earn, then this is definitely something you should start looking into because I'm going to teach you so many different ways that you can get properties, even sometimes that you don't own, and start making money on the property. And so if you have that interest, if you feel like I've been interested in real estate investing, but I didn't have a lot of money, or I don't have the best credit, but I'm interested in doing this and I can learn new things, then this definitely may be something for you. If you're the type of person that says, you know what, I like working, I just want to go and get my check and I like my money to come and I don't want to have to deal with anything but my job, then this is probably not for you because this is definitely a real business. You're going to have to treat it like a business so you can make some really good money in it, but you have to take it seriously. So let's think about, is that you or not? Are you someone that is serious, wants your own business, wants passive income? Or are you more of a person that likes going to work, you like a steady paycheck, and you don't want to deal with other people? It's really going to depend on the two. If you have a mix, okay? Because I'm telling you, I really think that most people, this is for you. If you like a steady pay, okay, and you feel like I do have an entrepreneurial spirit, but I don't necessarily like dealing with guests and maybe they might complain or whatever might happen, there are some great ways to outsource this. Are you interested in having properties that brings you income, residual income year after year, or are you not? I hope you enjoyed this video. I gave you so much information. I'm going to continue giving you great information. In fact, there is a link below to the Airbnb $1 million blueprint, okay? It's a blueprint that I created just for you to help you with your new business because I want more people doing this. It's a great business. There's lots of money to be made and there's so much opportunity. So check it out below and I'll see you next time. Come on.